Hello everyone, in this video I'm going to talk about the 2 best ways to go pro in CS2. So the first way of going pro in CS2 is getting into FPL. So for those of you who don't know what FPL is, FPL means Faceit Pro League, and it's basically a league on Faceit or a hub on Faceit where professional players and players that are aspiring to become professional but they're on a really high Faceit elo, those are the players who play there. So to get in there, what you need to do is obviously you need to play a lot of Faceit, and on Faceit you need to get level 10, and after that you need to get into the top 125 players by elo in your region, and then you get into something which is called FPL Proving Grounds, and that is basically kind of a qualifier for FPL through which you can get into FPL. So there are a bunch of requirements and rules that you need to go through and see exactly what is needed in order to do it. Maybe there are also other ways of getting into FPL, and you can research that for yourself and you can see if you like that or if you think that this is the appropriate way for you to do that. And what you have to keep in mind for this way of going pro is that you need to play a lot of Faceit, and you either need to find a group of friends that are going to play with you and they're also really good and you're going to win a lot of games together, or you need to play alone in solo queue, or maybe duo queue, trio queue, whatever you have, and you need to be winning a lot of games and you need to be grinding a lot, and basically you're going to be playing Faceit and you're going to be improving individually and you're going to learn basically how to win on Faceit. That's what you're going to learn, and then you're going to go into FPL, which is basically going to be kind of a continuation of grinding Faceit, but it's going to be against professional players, and you're going to have professional players in your team as well, or just other really high level players, and high level by elo. Maybe they're not high level in other aspects of the game. So basically you need to play a lot of Faceit bugs, and then you need to play a lot of Faceit games against and with professional players, and you're hoping with this to get noticed by a professional team that are going to pick you up. So there are a lot of professional teams, there are a lot of academies of professional teams that are going to basically go into FPL and just look at the games, see which players are playing really good, see how they play, see what their behavior is like. They're going to watch streams, so if you stream while doing this is going to be to your benefit because you can show off who you really are and you can get noticed more easily because of your popularity. So this is basically what you're hoping for when you get into FPL. You're hoping to get scouted by some kind of an organization that is going to offer you a contract, and then you're going to be a professional player in that way. The other way, which I think is the easier way, is through ESEA League. So for those of you who don't know what ESEA League is, it's a league that is again on Faceit, but in this league you need to participate in the league together with a team, and any team can participate in this league as long as they pay the entry fee. So you need to... The thing that is harder about this is that you need to find the right people, but then if you find the right people it's going to be much easier. This is the thing about it. So you need to find 4 other players with the 4 different roles that are all 4 that aren't yours, so you need to find those players, and once you find them you need to get into ESEA League. And when you get into ESEA League, what you're going to do is basically you're going to play against other teams that are in your division. So if you're starting brand new, you're going to go into ESEA Open. So Open is going to be the lowest division and you're going to start from there. You're going to play against other teams which are in that division. Some of them are going to be better than you, some of them are going to be worse than you. You're going to get some wins, you're going to get some losses most likely. So from there, from ESEA Open, what you need to do is you need to get into the playoffs of ESEA Open, and then from the playoffs you can go into ESEA Intermediate, and then into ESEA main and then into advanced. And the way to go pro with this is basically, as you are going up in these divisions, you are going to obviously improve as a team and stuff, and you are going to get noticed when you go into the higher divisions. Maybe even in open somebody is going to notice you, but at some point during that grind, let's call it, there is going to be probably an organization which is going to notice your team or notice your players. So what that organization might do is they might try to pick your whole team up. So let's say there is some kind of an organization, let's call it, I don't know, G3. Let's call it organization G3. So that organization is going to look for a team, and they're going to basically scout the teams in, let's say, ESEA Intermediate. That's what they're interested in. They're interested in getting a team that is from ESEA Intermediate. So they're going to look at all of the teams that are in there, and they're going to see who would be the best choice for them and who would be the best choice for basically what they want to do and what they want to achieve. So this organization is going to maybe look at your team, and if they see something about your team that is really good, they might want to pick you up. So again, as the streaming in basically going into FPL is, this is again, if you somehow make sure to get your team noticed in a way, so you can make a YouTube channel about your team, you can make a Twitter page, whatever, you can make something that gives a kind of public reputation for the team, which can, you know, make organizations more likely to pick your team up. You can make a YouTube channel, just you, and you can talk about things like I do, and that can help your team get noticed by an organization, because organizations really like public reputation. If somebody of the players has public reputation, they're really going to like it, and this is going to play a big factor in if they want to pick you up or not. So in this way, you might get an organization to pick your whole team up, and if they pay you salary, by definition you're going to be a professional player, but are you satisfied with the salary and all those things are a different topic. And the more you continue going up from there as well, the more you're going to get into the higher levels of basically going pro, and you're going to get noticed by better organizations. Maybe your whole team is going to be picked up, maybe you're going to be picked up, and so forth, and you're going to progress up and up and up and become a higher tier professional player. Or the other thing that could happen is an organization or a team from a higher level sees you specifically, and they already have a team, or they're building a brand new team. So let's say this organization G3, they watch the games and they have already a team of 3 players, let's say, or even 4 players, and they watch your games, your team's games, and they're looking for the player that they need. Let's say they need somebody who plays the anchor role, so they need somebody who basically plays A anchor on Nubis, an A lurk on this side, somebody who plays lobby on nuke, ramp on nuke, this type of roles, this type of positions. They need that player, and they find that player in your team, and that's you. Let's say hypothetically that happens. So G3 offers you to join their team, which team is in ESEA main, and they offer you some kind of payment, they offer you some kind of coaching stuff, maybe they offer you a salary. So that could happen as well. They could look for 1 player of your team, or if they had 3 players, they could look for 2 players from your team, and then they basically pick those players up, and if they're paying you salary, by definition you're a professional player. And then if you want to get a bigger salary and be more professional, if you could say it that way, then you need to obviously improve by yourself, or you need to improve your team, because let's say if you are really good and you are winning tournaments and you are in the very high rankings in ESEA League, then what you can do is, because you're making a lot of money for that organization, what you could require is higher salaries for yourselves. And if they cannot match that requirement, then you can look for another organization that is going to match it. And the higher division you get into through ESEA, the more high level organizations are going to be interested in you or your whole team. So basically that way you're going to get into better organizations and make more money if that's what you want, and you're going to become a higher tier professional player with time. So if you learned something new from this video, if you enjoyed it, if you found a way that is going to be your way of going professional in Counter-Strike 2, then you can leave a like and you can subscribe to my channel, and I really wish you luck on this journey if you want to take it, and basically try your best no matter what way you choose. Thank you for watching.